After being able to publish the npm package today, I decided to switch to the front end because the back end is almost done for the most part in terms of the basic functionality of the platform that we're building. So today I worked on the front end, and my goal was to make sure that the we are able to get the snippets that has been stored in the database, display them right in the front end, and also be able to click on to see the details of every specific one. I'm going to show you a demonstration of how this whole thing works, but that is what I've been able to do today. And the goal now is to try and complete what I will call the minimum viable product, is the MVP for this particular product, so that people can start using it. And if for nothing at all, to have some beta testers for people to start testing it and giving us feedback to help us refine it. There are a couple of other services that we need to build, integrate into the front end as well as the back end. But what will be really cool is for me to try finish up all the basic functionalities that are like the most essential services, because there are a lot of other services or other things or features that are just add-ons onto the basic one. So the idea of the platform, if you do not already know about it, the platform I'm building is called Code Snippets. And the idea of this platform is to help you save some code snippets. Like if you have been able to implement an algorithm right now, and you know that this algorithm does this specific thing, you're going to be using or reusing the same algorithm over and over again. It doesn't make sense that every time that you need to pick this or look for this specific algorithm, you have to go through a big repository of code. Like once you have a snippet of code that does a specific thing, so it doesn't even have to be an algorithm, maybe how you connect to a particular database, you have your code written, and you should be able to reuse them and don't have to create everything from scratch. So that is the whole idea, that any piece of code that you already have that you want to store, there should be an easy way for you to store it. So let's build this platform where developers can store their code snippet, and you can also even get access to code snippets that are being stored by other people and use them depending on your environment. So now, as I published yesterday, we have created a CLI tool that's an npm package. So if you are using JavaScript, you could easily use our npm package to communicate directly with our backend. But then on top of that, we are building this front end so that you are able to add the code snippet directly from there and manage your code snippets, as well as see other code snippets that are written by other people. And if you want something, maybe someone has already implemented that code for you, you will just go and copy and paste and use. So that is the whole idea. But to make this into a SaaS platform, I realized there are so many services that needs to be considered. Now I've taken care of authentication, we are looking at subscription, we have to look at analytics and several other services. But as I said, the focus now is to get the MVP out as soon as possible. So going forward, these couple of days ahead of us, I'm going to try focus on the front end. That's the basic functionality of the front end, being able to create, update, delete, and read, like the crowd operations in the front end. Once that has been achieved, I can begin to start letting people experiment with it. So for the wait list, we've gotten a little over 40 people who have signed up for the wait list. So I can get a couple of these people to join in and help us test the platform and give us feedback. On that note, if you are yet to sign up to the waitlist, you can then go to codesnippets.com, visit the site and enter your email. That is all that is required of you. Then sign up for the waitlist. And if you want to join beta testing, yes, just sign up. I'll reach out to you and you help give us feedback, help us refine this, and I will really appreciate it. Let's go into the computer. Let me show you how or what I implemented today. Moving to the front end, this is what I implemented today. So Currently, I've done it such that each of these tabs would, if I click on it, previously it was just picking for the all and I didn't have all of these languages working. But currently, I've implemented it such that when you click on it, it shows you all the specific snippets that are for this particular language that you've selected. So if I go to Python, it's only going to show me the snippets that is tagged as Python in the database, as well as Java and C Sharp. And yeah, so that is what I've implemented today. And the other thing I've added is the ability to click on this to see the details. So for instance, I have this React component to display the code snippet. So if I click on this component, it takes me to the details page where we see the details. That's the title, the date, the description, and the code snippet. And for the code snippet, I can click here to copy the code. And also when you scroll to the bottom, I've added this part where if you want to use the CLI tool, which is the npm package that we've implemented, if you do not already have it installed, you could just click on this to copy the install command. And if you already have it installed, or after installing it, you want to grab this code base or this code snippet into any file at all that you want, then you can come and grab this one over here and go ahead and use it. So that is what I worked on today, and hopefully now that I think majority of the back end is done for the most part in terms of the MVP that I want to build. So it's more about finalizing the rest of the front end and making sure that everything is working. So hopefully I would start working on the creation. So this is where you're going to create snippet, but currently it's not linked to the backend. So the next step is for me to work on that so that as soon as you click save, it saves the data to the database. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am enjoying it right now. And I can see some growth already. Like I'm learning things, thinking about things differently, or observing certain things, facing different problems, trying to overcome them. And in the process, I feel that yes, I'm getting better by the day, and I hope that you are being inspired by watching this video and you also want to get better by practicing. If you have any questions for me, if you have any suggestions for me, I'm happy to chat you up. So please go ahead and drop your comment. And also, if you want to keep just motivating me, drop your comments in the chat, as well as like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.